Growing your email list with Shopify. Yes, I'm making a hard right turn into content I don't normally talk about here on YouTube, but I was in a recent YouTube live with my friend Jana from Jana O Media, and we were chatting about growing your email list. This tactic came up because it's a tactic that I employ, and all of the people in the comments said, yes, absolutely, please talk about it because we want to hear about it. So here I am. I'm going to lay it on you, and I'm going to tell you exactly how I use Shopify to grow my digital product business's email list. This is not a strategy I even hear other people talking about. I haven't really gone out to see if other people are talking about it either, but it's definitely not a conversation happening in the areas where I take place. Let's back it up to when this actually first kicked off. I started my YouTube Shopify connection in 2022 in the fall. I think it was actually in December. My friend Rose, who's a marketing ops wizard, helped me to set that connection up because I had no idea it was even an option. And I had the full intention of using YouTube to actually sell my products, my digital products from the store. And then I realized come about March to April of 2023 that I could actually use it as a lead generation tool. I was already paying for the tool yearly, so why not use the tool to its fullest capacity? I didn't want to have to embed or buy any extra tools or plugins for Shopify to connect ConvertKit. So I could just create free products, connect them to ConvertKit for free with the API, and off to the races I went. So in the last 30 days, I've had 140 people join my email list just from Shopify, and I think that's great. And I'll take any little bit of growth I can get if it doesn't cost me any more money. I'm already paying for the Shopify store, so why not use it for lead generation too? Makes sense, right? Now, you might be asking yourself, if you don't make that much money from your Shopify store, Heather, why even have a Shopify store at all? Well, I want a place to sell my digital products, and I am moving more towards selling digital products and my membership. But I wanted to also piecemeal out my resources so people don't need to spend an arm and a leg in order to learn Pinterest marketing as a skill. So in doing so, the Shopify store was born. I also created an Etsy store at the exact same time as my Shopify store. And I will tell you, in the same time frame, I've had 23 orders on Etsy and I've had hundreds on Shopify. So if you're at all wondering right now and you're on Etsy if you should start your own Shopify store, the answer is yes, you should. And then figure out a way to drive traffic to it. Back to the main question, why would you start a Shopify store if it's not making a lot of money? Well, I don't need people to buy a lot from my Shopify store because my main revenue streams are not on Shopify. The majority of my income comes from client work and my membership. Those are my two main revenue streams. Followed then by like affiliate marketing, branded partnerships, things like that. So when you look at the grand scheme of things, Shopify is not all that important to my business, but if I can get leads into my email list and then send them emails and sell them into other areas of my business, that's a win for me. And with my email marketing strategy, I have it automated and set up so as soon as they join the email list, as long as they opt in, I'm off to the races. So without further ado, let's jump into the computer so I can show you how you might be able to set this up for yourself. Okay, so as we talk about growing your email list with Shopify, we should probably start off by just looking at the front end of my store and looking at the free products that I have listed. So I pretty much just took all of my free funnels and lead magnets that I have in my business and I put them into the Shopify store for free. Free. You can see that I have 2 reviews on this one. That's fantastic. I didn't even know that. And then basically I just take the copy from the landing page, the image from the landing page, and I upload it to my store. Now, this is the landing page for this, and you can see the copy looks similar and the image looks similar. There's just no About Me section on that page. And I just send people from the YouTube channel and elsewhere to the Shopify store, and they can add these products to their carts, and they can download them and go on with their life. Given that I have the free offers in the Shopify store and they are then connected to ConvertKit through the API, this makes it really easy for me to get people on my list and for me to communicate with them. Now, this is one of probably half a dozen of these variations that I have set up, and I have different things going on, but this is the main one. And I've had 140 people just in the last month join my email list, or I've had 140 orders total. Majority of those are email list opt-ins. Come in through this funnel, and they go through the strategy guide sequence, the welcome sequence, and then they get tagged. The tag gets removed and they get tagged here, complete a welcome sequence, and then they go into a sales sequence. As long as they opt in, right? So from here, I have this connection to my email list, which is super simple to do. As soon as you create a new product in ConvertKit, all you have to do is go into your settings over on whatever email list provider you have inside of your integrations. So you manage your connections inside of Automate Integrations in ConvertKit. You are going to need to do this elsewhere if you have another platform. And then you go to Shopify and you just go through this process where you just reauthorize your Shopify store and it'll bring in any new products. It's successfully authenticated. I'm going to go on through. And then what I can do if I wanted to is set up a new integration. Or a new automation with this integration. So let's just set one up from scratch so you can see what this would look like. We're gonna click Start Building and we're gonna choose Purchase as the event that happens. And we're gonna choose the Shopify store. Whatever products in the Shopify store are gonna be listed there. If you wanna filter them out with just the connections in the Shopify store, we can do that here. And then you can come through and say, okay, I want this product added to this event. And then you can add whatever you want below it within the automation. So anytime someone purchases this tag is added to them. As long as they opt in, and then they will move through the process of this communication inside of your system. Now, one of the things that I do want to walk you through is where you can then go on to kind of share all of this to the world and get people to these things. So, for example, in my blog post, we showcase products like this. This is a custom block that my content manager built. And if you click this, it's going to take you to the Shopify store. It's going to take you to that product. So we have these throughout for products. We don't do this for the free offers in the Shopify store because I have funnels for those using ConvertKit forms. However, we do this for the products that we have. The same with the YouTube channel. So over on YouTube, right beneath any of my videos, and I just want to make sure this is muted. If you click on one of them, then you can see the products that I have linked right underneath. And if you click on those, then it's going to take you straight to my store. And that is, like, in a nutshell what I have going on over here. Now, when it comes to Pinterest, right now I have a filter on where it's just filtering out the products from my Shopify store. This is new. Like, I have not really been promoting the Shopify store on this Pinterest account because I had another Pinterest account I was trying to get with Verified Merchant. Pinterest keeps refusing my Verified Merchant, so I have started pinning these to this Pinterest account now. So I have the starter kit, we have the ChatGPT template, we have Pinterest pins, more Pinterest pins, the VA resource, more templates, more templates, right? This is what one of those pins would look like. This is decent in the last 30 days, 510 impressions. If you were to look at my overall created tab, you can see some of those products and some of those pins have much lower view counts than the product. So I'll take it. Like, this is another product, 238. This is another product, 238. Like, this is probably from Etsy though. It is. So that is it in a nutshell. You are going to go to products. You're going to add a product. You are going to probably want the digital downloads app because you're going to need to add the digital product or whatever the free opt-in is that you're giving them. If your free opt-in is a discount, then obviously you don't need to go through this process. So this process is really, the strategy is really for people who are doing like PDFs or courses or whatever. You're going to add your title, you're going to add your copy, you're going to add your media, you're going to make your price 0, free 0. You don't really need to track quantity. You probably don't even need a SKU, and you need to uncheck this box for physical. Add all your product organization details, and then publish that out, and it will look like this. Then you can take this link and you can share it far and wide. So again, my main goal is to get people into my ecosystem hearing from me and not necessarily always purchasing from the Shopify store. I have had people purchase from the Shopify store and then go on to join my membership, or in other cases, hire me for services, book strategy sessions, and things like that. Now, because I don't get a lot of sales from Etsy, but the stores are identical, I do list my products over on Etsy, but I can't use this strategy of growing my email list with Etsy. Etsy doesn't allow you to have free products. You have to list your products for a fee on there. It's about 20 cents a listing. That's what I pay, at least. And you have to pay that regularly. So however often you have to relist your products, I think it's like every 4 months, you have to pay a fee. And you can't have free products. So this strategy does not work for Etsy, but it can work for other places, like I've mentioned. Now, having my store already paying for itself with the orders that have been made in the last year, this method works for me. And I'm gonna keep continuing to promote the things that I have in my store and pushing people further into my funnels. Anytime anyone purchases from the Shopify store, whether it's a Pinterest system or a keyword workshop, and they respond to the emails and they're like, this was so good, thank you so much, it literally warms my heart. And then they go on and they purchase the Academy from me or whatever else. And then I offer them the ability to be in the course dashboard so they can receive any course updates that I put out. So in terms of like customer experience and the way that I treat my Shopify store, it is very much just a starting point, a touch point. I hope this was enlightening for you. It gives you maybe some new ideas. I do want you to think seriously about employing this strategy into your own business, because if you do have a Shopify store and you don't have a good email marketing strategy, or you don't ever really convert people to sales that are coming to the store, then a free opt-in in your store is probably not going to be a great place to start. Obviously need to be making sales in order for an email marketing strategy to work. In order for a lead magnet to work, you need to know why people want it. So I would not encourage you to go just list a bunch of free lead magnets in your store, test them out, see what works, and then, employ this strategy however you see fit. Now, for more information on how to use Pinterest with Shopify, I would encourage you to head right on over here and watch the e-commerce videos for Pinterest, and I'll see you next time.